There's one last way to write an equation of a line, and that's in point-slope form. Point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where x1, comma y1 are a point on the line. So for example, if you are given the slope as 1/2 and you have a point that's at, say, 2, -3, you can write this in point slope form, in which you have y minus -3 equals 1/2 x minus 2. So I'm just going to simplify this to go to y plus 3 equals 1/2 x minus 2. So when I'm looking at this, notice here that I actually went opposite of what we see. So this was a 2 to start with, but it came in the equation as a -2. Same thing with the other coordinate. My y was to start off with a -3, and it changed to a +3. So that's something to note. It's opposite of what you see. Make sure you see the difference. Sometimes they will ask you to do the same exact process, but they won't give you the slope. They'll give you 2 coordinates instead. Sorry, got to switch off the highlighter. But let's say I've got 2 points at, let's go with -4, 6, and at 3, 2. Okay, so I need to find the slope myself. We know the slope is y minus y over x minus x. So I've got 6 minus 2 over -4 minus 3 to give me 4 over -7. If I were to do that the other way, the negative would be on top in the numerator instead of in the denominator. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter. So now when I write my equation, you can pick whether you want to work with point 1 or point 2. I will take either one because they are both actually correct. So I'm going to go with the first one. So I've got y minus 6 equals 4 over -7, and then x plus 4. And that right there is my point slope form. So you can also graph from this. You take your point out. So this, you'd have to go opposite of what you see. So it'd be -4, 6, and then you can use your slope of that 4 over -7 to in fact graph it. Sometimes they will just give you a slope and the y-intercept, and you can write your equation of your line because that's actually in slope-intercept form. Or sometimes they will give you an x-intercept and a y-intercept, and you can write that based in standard form. Other times it will give you a slope and a point, in which you can write that in point slope form. Now technically when you're looking at this, you can interchange between all of the different forms of equations in order to manipulate them. So if I wanted to go from point slope form into slope intercept form, I can do that. I can take that 1/2 and multiply it out. So then I have 1/2 x plus 1, and then I could just add that 3 over, and notice I just switched into slope intercept form, no problem. Okay, so you can interchange between the different forms. You just need to know that these forms will give you an equation of a line.